Hello there. It is July 2nd, 2025. We live in Connecticut. My name is Crystal. Welcome. I'm going to be doing some more work in my garden today. I did some yesterday. That video should already be up and you can check it out if you're interested. I had done a decent harvest of random things from our garden, and today I'm going to be harvesting some more things, but it's just going to be herbs and lettuce. That's what we're going to do. I'm also going to be starting some more potatoes in containers. I have these potatoes that I saved from last year and I stuck them in a brown paper bag. They have been in my basement ever since, and they look scary, like spiders, and it's gross and creepy, but they will produce potatoes. Kind of like something from The Last of Us TV show or video game, depending on what you prefer. We had a exciting morning with a bobcat in our yard. It got scared off by our big dog Homer. I waited a little while before we let the chickens out. I also have done some work already out in the garden this morning, weeding and putting tomato cages around things, and we've noticed some very large tunnels into the garden, and I wasn't quite sure what it was, and I knew there were some bunny rabbits living around the garden. Seeing the piles of bunny poop, it's for sure bunny rabbits, bunny rabbits in the garden. They're very cute, but I know as our vegetables start to produce that it will start to eat the vegetables, and I want to eat the vegetables. So I have to figure out how to prevent the bunny from digging into the garden. I'm not sure how to do that quite yet. I do have a roll of rabbit fencing in the garage, but if it's digging in, then I don't think putting up the rabbit fencing is going to do much, other than if I were to wrap individual sections of the garden off, and I don't want to do that. In the last video, I also put some netting on our blueberries, and it seems to be working because the cardinal came back. It did not get to the blueberries, so that's good. All right, let's get started. I'm not really sure my order of operations today. For harvesting the herbs, I like to bring out little cups of water. So I have my harvest basket filled with different water, just so as I harvest the herbs, I can get them right into water and I don't have to worry about them wilting as I'm harvesting other things. And it works well for lettuce too, so I'm going to use it for that. And I'm also want to see if we have any berries, because I like berries and it would be nice to get some more of those. I just did some weeding in the pepper beds that really needed to be done. It was a bunch of crabgrass, and I just quickly, magically did it, as you saw. Click of a finger, and I didn't sweat at all. Now I'm going to be planting potatoes. I have this container that I just recently harvested potatoes from, and I'm going to be growing these ones that are in here. I'm not sure the variety because there's no tag in here, but I think they're Magic Molly potatoes or Adirondack Blue, but I think they're Magic Molly fingerling potatoes. So I'm not going to grow them all because some of them look really yucky. I'm just going to grab a few of them. That should be enough. I have to remember to get a label. And in this bag I have dark red Norland potatoes that I started on June 25th of last year from Mowing organic seeds. And these are the ones I saved for seed potato. While we're on the topic of potatoes, I have these volunteer, I guess you could say, potatoes. I must have missed some when I was harvesting them from this bed last year. We're gonna cut them out because they're really crowding. They're not supposed to be in here. I have lettuce and the garden beans were really crowded out by the potatoes. I don't want to dig in here too much because I don't want to disturb the roots of anything. That's what we ended up with. I don't really want to dig around too much more in there because I already feel like I killed one of the bean plants. All right, now we're gonna harvest some things from the garden. I'm gonna start with this oregano. This will be the second time I'm harvesting from it this year. Give some of the oregano to the chickens because it's good for them. This will continue to grow and produce oregano, and I have more than enough inside already. It smells like pizza sauce out here. I'm gonna harvest some of this Mammoth dill from Dollar Tree that I started on April 25th. I'm just harvesting the side shoots, not the parts that's growing loose. I don't know if you can see here, but there's like a new shoot here. I'm just gonna harvest this one off to the side. Bouquet dill from Sereniseed. Okay, so this is slow bolt cilantro from Baker Creek. It is starting to flower. This is regular cilantro from Dollar Tree. Mystery cilantro that self-seeded itself. Sweet Italian basil from Dollar Tree. Genovese basil from Dollar Tree. Lemon basil from Mowing Organic Seeds. This is spearmint. I don't remember where it's originally from. I planted it in this green stalk last year and it came back. This is chocolate mint. Here's the tag. It's Bonnie plants. I got it at Lowe's. I couldn't help it. It smelled so good. I'd imagine this would make a really good tea. What are you doing? Grand Rapids lettuce. Green Towers lettuce from Sereniseed. Yellow Crookneck squash from Page's Seeds. Blueberries. And over here we have raspberries. Forgot to harvest some of this red romaine lettuce from MIgardener. There's some blueberries out here. Not many. We got like a teaspoon of wild blueberries that were thrown in there because they look like the birds had gotten so many of them, but there's still some out there. We just have to pay closer attention to when they ripen. Not a bad harvest for today. Lots of herbs, which is good because I need to dehydrate them. And we got some raspberries and blueberries. At one point, Steve had checked the trail cameras when I was working in the garden, and he came out and he showed me that the bear was in our yard this morning. And he's never done that before. Usually he passes through in May and then passes through again in November. And it seems like he's hanging out, which is a little alarming because we don't want that. So we had the bobcat this morning. The bear at some point was here, and I've got a rabbit living in and around the garden that I need to take care of. That was a pretty full day in the garden. I was out there much longer than I had planned on, but that's because I weeded quite a bit. I really tried to stay on top of it. But anyway, I gotta get in, get washed up, and make dinner. My shirt. I wore white. Oh my goodness, that is a loud helicopter. That was a very loud Apache.
That's what it looked like.
It's time for me to go inside, get washed up. My shirt is disgusting. I wore white in the garden to prevent the... Yes, you are wearing white too. I usually wear black, and I wanted to wear white today because I felt like if the sun was out, I wouldn't get so hot and the bugs wouldn't attack me so much. But instead, dirt artwork. That's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me today in the garden while I did some things and harvested some other things. I will probably be back out here either tomorrow or the next day. I will see you then. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time. Bye! I am a hot mess today.